Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the Daily Shooter, and today I've got an update for you in the Miller v. Bonta case, which is the California AW ban case. We have some movement from the state of California, and that's what I want to talk about, so let's get started. This channel is proud to be supported by the Firearms Policy Coalition. Make sure you check that link in the description box, become a member, and donate when you can, because these are the people that are going to be fighting back against stuff like this, the stuff that we're going to be talking about in today's video. Now, just in case you live under a rock or maybe you haven't heard yet, Judge Roger T. Benitez, who is a federal judge out of the state of California, has enjoined California's enforcement of their current AW ban. So what that does is it means that California can no longer enforce that ban, and people can take off their fin grips and take off their devices that, you know, make them compliant, and all the stuff that you keep from the stock moving and all of that stuff, and you can have the standard AR that everybody else has. However, he also put a 30-day stay on his own order. So his own injunction, he stayed it for 30 days in order to, I guess, give it time for procedural things, right? That means that after that 30 days expires, it would be July 4th when people would be able to actually have their freedoms back in the state of California. That's huge, right? Independence Day, and people would get a little bit more of their freedoms back. It seems perfect for me. I mean, it's just absolutely perfect to have it fall on that day. Now, I'm not a lawyer, so I look at things in general terms, and then I try and convey that to you in the same way so that it's easily understandable for everybody. So basically what's happening here is California has applied for a stay with the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. A three-judge panel from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals is going to look at their stay. They're going to look at the argument on both sides, basically, and try and see if the stay should be granted, basically meaning that it would overturn Benitez's injunction, or whether or not they're just going to let the injunction take place on July the 4th. Now, what they look at in this process is how much harm is it going to do to the state of California, and how much harm would a stay do to the people of California, the people that are supposed to have the rights, right? So they're trying to say, is the state injured or is the people injured, and which one's injured more in this particular case? And then they'll make their ruling based off of which one, I guess, is more burdensome to the other, which to me is absolutely ridiculous. If this is a constitutional case, they should lean heavily on the side of the Constitution and kind of rule that way. Obviously, it's the people first before the government, but they put them on equal playing fields, and that's something that drives me nuts. Now, the state of California is actually telling this three-judge panel of the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals that they need this emergency stay because they already plan. Okay, they already plan on, if the stay is not granted, on appealing it with the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals en banc, which is basically just a larger panel of the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. So they want a larger panel to look at it and see if that stay should be applied to the injunction or not. And then if that doesn't work, they actually plan on, and they've said this in their documents, that they plan on appealing all the way up to the Supreme Court. Now, I don't know if this, if the Supreme Court would even decide to hear that, but that's actually what California is planning. They are so hell-bent on this one that they're planning on taking a stay or a stay appeal all the way up to the Supreme Court to try and stop Benitez. Now, they're asking for the emergency injunction so that they have enough time before the July 4th date, and I believe that California is asking for this to be completed for their stay, or for at least the judgment to be completed by June 18th. So if it's completed by June 18th, and let's say that they don't grant their stay and Benitez's injunction is allowed to go through, if they don't grant that by that point, that means that California still has enough time after the 18th, between the 18th and the 4th, to apply or appeal that process up to a higher court over and over again until they get to the Supreme Court. So they're asking for the emergency stay simply to have time to appeal it and appeal it and appeal it and appeal. That's how much California hates people's Second Amendment rights. They are willing to go to any length to make sure that they have control over what you own. So again, I don't know if the three-judge panel is going to rule in favor of California or the people. I would hope that they rule in favor of the people, and I hope that they don't do it right away. I hope that they sit on it. I hope that they see that they have other pressing issues at the moment, and California's request for an emergency stay is not on the top of their list, and they let it ride. Because if they let it ride for too long, well, the appeals process is going to go past that July 4th date, and once that July 4th date hits, if nothing's happened and the injunction stands, then people are good to go to take off their fin grips, their modifiers, get their adjustable stocks, and have things the way that it should have been from the very, very beginning. So let's see what happens. I'm very excited here, and even though it hasn't always gone our way, I still try and be optimistic. So thank you all very much for watching. I do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.